Okay, so hello everybody out there on YouTube. Welcome back to another Quin Coins video. Today we're doing something a little bit different and I think you guys are gonna like this. I'm gonna try to start something new here. This is something that I'm just gonna be probably doing for the summer, and I'm really excited to get into this because I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. As you can see, we have some new gear here. This is my Yeti microphone. It's one of the best, at least for economics standpoint anyway. It's a good price microphone, and I think it's going to do a good job for us. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But what we're going to be doing here is what is known as a podcast. Now, I don't know about you guys. This doesn't look like a podcast. It kind of just looks like a tiny little room in a college dorm or something like that, and that's because that's what it is basically. But we're gonna go ahead and actually film these podcasts and upload them to YouTube. It's basically just gonna be me rambling about coins and coin roll hunting and metal detecting and all that good treasure hunting stuff that you guys know and enjoy. But I'm gonna be doing it in sort of this more long form where I just sit down and talk, and we're gonna have guests on and all this crazy stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so I hope you guys will enjoy. Eventually I want to get it onto iTunes as well, but for now we're just going to be uploading the videos to YouTube. I'll probably keep filming the videos like this, but guys, I think I'm already rambling too much. I know a lot of you guys have said that like I would have a good voice and a good character to do something like a podcast, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And you know, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I love podcasts, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. So why don't I go ahead and start out with a formal introduction of what we're going to be doing. So this is going to be called CoinCast. That is the working title for it right now. CoinCast. It's like podcasts, you know, merged with coins. CoinCast. Very clever. I know. So I've been experimenting with podcasts. Like I said, I just bought this microphone. I've been testing it out. I really like it so far. Hopefully the sound quality shows up good on the video as well. And I might start using this in regular videos as well. I don't know yet. But like I said, I'm just excited to give this a try, and just really looking forward to it. So why don't we go ahead and dive into a little bit about what the format of these is going to be. So I know that you guys are already used to seeing like 10 to 20 minute videos from me, and those aren't going to stop. I'm going to keep doing those probably every 2 weeks, and then probably in between, when I'm not uploading regular videos, I'll be uploading this podcast. So that's pretty much the plan for the rest of the summer. Things have been kind of in a lull on the channel recently. I think what it is just people, you know, are getting out because it's summer and it's nice out. They want to get out there and like maybe do some metal detecting if they're into that, or just like spend time with their friends and family. You know, the 4th of July is coming up, so that's a big thing for a lot of people here in America. That doesn't mean that we're going to stop making videos, of course. I want to keep this flow going. I'm still making the videos. I just haven't had as much time to actually make them, but I will get to that in a minute. So more on the format. So like I said, generally my videos are 10 to 20 minutes long. These are probably going to be more like 20 to 30, maybe even up into like 40 minutes long. It depends on if I have guests, and I definitely do anticipate on having guests at some point in the future. I have a lot of people that definitely I know would love to come on the show, and I would love to have a whole bunch of different people. And I've been talking to a couple so far, and it sounds like we have some pretty cool shows lined up for this summer. So definitely be looking forward to that. So like I said, 20 to 40 minutes, and then we'll probably have 1 to 2 breaks just to sort of break it up, because, well, first of all, when I'm shooting with this camera, it only shoots for 12 minutes and then it stops. I don't know why that is, but that's just how it is. So that sort of forces us to take breaks, and I'll be watching the timer on the camera so that, you know, we don't run out of time. So moving on to content, what are we going to be doing on this podcast? Well, first of all, I want to bring you guys the latest and greatest in coin roll hunting, as I always do. You know, what's going on out there in the treasure hunting world? What am I finding? What are other people finding? Probably maybe even like bring some sort of like a news segment into this, but like the news in the treasure hunting world, like what's going on, who's finding what's CFA finding today, what's Rob finds treasure finding tomorrow, you know, stuff like that. I think that would be a really cool thing to bring to the podcast. Another thing is coin roll hunting tips and tricks. You guys saw that I did a video on that recently. I am planning on doing a part 2 of that, and probably even more episodes down the line, but that's definitely something we could do on the podcast here. History of coins, that's another thing. There's some really interesting stories out there. There's actually one that I've been really wanting to do a video on for a long time. A particular nickel made in 1944 that I think is going to pique your guys' interest. We can definitely talk about it on the podcast, and I'm thinking about making a video about it as well. And then of course we have coin roll hunting stories. So people that are going out there finding amazing things, maybe even tell you a little bit of the backstory on some of my most popular videos, because they actually have some pretty cool stories behind them that a lot of you guys don't actually know. So that's something that we could get into. And like I said, of course, we could do interviews with fellow coin roll hunters, interviews with any type of treasure hunter, really. There's a lot of stuff out there that we could definitely get on here, and I think would be really entertaining. One more quick thing that I want to mention about the format before I move on to the next topic of this podcast is that, as you can tell, there's not going to be a lot of cuts in these. It's basically just going to be me talking, just rambling on, whatever you want to call it, just doing the typical podcast thing where you just sort of talk about what you have, but also just kind of go off track every once in a while. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I know that not all of my audience is going to be into this type of thing, but the ones who do, I think we're going to have a really cool community. And I think it's definitely going to be smaller, so there's going to be a lot more intimacy, I guess. I'll definitely be responding to all your comments because I haven't been very good about that recently, and I do apologize for that, but definitely want to get back into responding to you guys' comments and interacting with the community a lot more, because I've been kind of absent on YouTube for the past month. It hasn't been great, and definitely want to rectify that. So moving on to the next topic, which is going to be, what have I been up to? So like I said, I haven't been super active on YouTube recently, and there's a couple reasons. So the first thing, what have I been up to this summer? Well, first of all, I got a new job. So I'm working 40 hours a week, and that takes a lot out of me, I have to say. But I think the worst thing about that, not that it's a bad job at all, it's an amazing job. I love my job. But the problem is I am basically in work during all the times when I could be at the bank. So like banks typically run from 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday. So it makes it really difficult to get into the bank and get coins to coin roll hunt. The second thing that has sort of been deterring me from making these videos like I usually do is just that, like I said earlier in the video, it's really nice outside, and like I kind of want to get out there as well. I want to get out there and do metal detecting. There's another story on that we'll get into in a little bit here, but definitely want to do some more metal detecting this summer. If you guys would be up for that, definitely put the thumbs up on the video and give me a comment down below letting me know, because I know that some of you guys are big into the metal detecting videos, not so big into the coin roll hunting videos. So if you're out there, let me know. What else have I been doing this summer? So basically I've just been hanging out, trying to enjoy the summer, hanging out with a bunch of people and just having a good time, just trying to enjoy the summer in Ann Arbor as much as I can. Also just been sort of branching out, kind of doing a little bit of exploring. I was thinking about even making some vlogs on some of the explorations that I've been doing in the city, but haven't gotten around to that yet. May happen in the future though. That pretty much covers that topic. Like I said, just haven't been able to make the videos because of the job. It's difficult to get into banks, and like I said, I'm just trying to enjoy the summer. So gotta take a break from YouTube every once in a while. Sometimes you get burned out from making a video every week, or some of these guys out here making daily videos. Kudos to you guys. I have no idea how you do that or pull that off, but very cool and very honorable. The word's not coming to my mind right now. If this was a normal video, I'd just cut it and look for the word and bring it up, but it's not coming to mind right now. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic, which means, does this mean no more videos? So I'm doing a podcast. It's sort of a new thing, and this sort of came up the last time that I did a new thing, which was I think back in last fall. I started doing live streams a lot, and then I had a lot of people unsubscribe because they thought that I wasn't going to be making videos anymore. That didn't end up being the case. I actually was releasing about a video every, 2 or 3 weeks. I will say it wasn't that great, but this time around I'm going to be releasing a video on time on Saturday at 2 p.m. every 2 weeks. So I'm going to keep making the videos. I'm also going to keep doing the podcast. So we're just basically going to, like I said, alternate between podcast, video, and we're going to do that until probably the fall time when things start kind of winding down a little bit as far as the weather goes. People come back inside and they start doing a little more coin roll hunting at the time, because the weather can be sort of depressing in the fall, sort of later fall and then moving into the winter months. That's when people are really coin roll hunting. So it's kind of weird to think about. Like, you really don't think about that often, but that's what's going on. People are inside doing the coin roll hunting in the winter because there's nothing else to do. But it's a great hobby for that time, I have to say. So of course, like I said, alternate between videos and podcasts. That's basically the plan for the summer. And then another question that you might have is, will this be on iTunes or SoundCloud or all those things? And the answer is probably. I'm definitely gonna aim on getting this on iTunes. That's my first goal, because I want people to be able to listen to this in the car when they're going to work or something like that. Because personally, I have an hour-long bus ride in the morning and back, so I listen to a ton of podcasts. It's probably, as you can tell, why I got into them like this, and why I had the idea to come up with my own. But yeah, so I definitely want to get it to a format where you can just download the audio, because that's going to be a lot easier on your data, and you're going to be able to just listen to that in the car and not have to watch the video, or like download an entire video and just have it playing, because that's super inefficient. But if you are watching the video, I appreciate that as well. So yes, I will be getting it onto iTunes and probably SoundCloud and those other places that you can find podcasts in the near future. Just haven't figured that out yet. Alright, so moving on to our next topic, which is going to be feedback. This is what I'm looking for from you guys. So, of course, I always want to know what you guys are thinking about the videos and the content that I'm putting out. But for this, it's going to be especially important because, like I said, we're going to have a super tight-knit community, and I want to know your guys' feedback because it's actually going to have an impact on what we do on this show. I definitely, if somebody suggests something in the comments and you think that it would be a good idea, definitely give it a thumbs up, and those ones that make it to the top, those are the ones that I'm going to definitely be considering to put on this show, and then maybe even have some of you guys on as guests. So definitely something to think about. Wow, I just realized I say definitely a lot. That's something that you find out about yourself when you talk in this long form content, but that's okay. I guess that's just going to be my trademark. I'm the definitely guy now, so definitely gonna take that on and run with it. But like I was saying, guys, feedback, definitely put your thoughts in the comments below. Like I was saying, of course, the community here is going to be super small, super intimate, and going to be open to a bunch of interactions with you guys. So yeah, let me know what you think, and also let me know if you think that Kevin should come on the show. Many of you guys know that's my my younger brother Kevin. I've actually been talking to him for a long time about doing this podcast, and I was kind of hoping we could like co-host it, but it didn't really work out that way. So I'm just going to be doing most of these on my own, I think. But if I could get him on, that'd be super cool. I'd maybe do like a split screen thing. I even thought about buying him his own microphone. How cool would that be? But yeah, so that pretty much does it for the feedback section. Like I said, guys, this one's going to be kind of short today, probably just like 15 or 20 minutes on this particular podcast, and I don't think I'm going to have any breaks because I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in the breaks yet, but once I do figure that out, we're going to be doing some cool things, doing a little editing behind the scenes, and get you guys maybe some music, maybe some shout outs, stuff like that, but that will probably be for the next episode. So with that being said, though, this is basically going to be the end of it, so that kind of wraps things up. Looking forward to making these along with the regular videos. You got to remember that I'm going to keep putting out those regular videos. We still have one more episode of CoinQuest to come out, and I still haven't shot that, unfortunately, but I'm thinking about probably doing that this weekend and maybe even get it out next week. That'll conclude that series, and yeah, that's been an awesome series, by the way, guys. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting on that series. It's been super successful on the channel. I know you guys are loving the pennies videos, and I'm definitely looking forward to making a nickels one soon. Still working on that nickels placemat, by the way. You guys got to get on me about that because I've been sort of slacking on that, but you definitely got to get on me so that I get that done for you guys, because I know that's something that a lot of you want. A lot of you guys are hunting those nickels, and you want to see a placemat come out. Still working on it. It's still on the computer right now. I don't have a prototype yet. But yeah, I'm trying to get that out as soon as I can. But so before we end this, I want to bring your attention to some videos to look out for soon. So like I was saying, more coin roll hunting tutorials are coming. The final episode of CoinQuest hopefully will be next week. If not next week, then it'll be the week after that. And then of course, more metal detecting. I'm trying to get out every single weekend if I can. Haven't had the best of luck with weekends because I've been I think the past 4 weekends I've been busy with 2 were grad parties, 1 was a wedding, and then I can't remember what the other one was, but I have another wedding coming up, which is just absolutely crazy. It's been a crazy summer, I gotta say. A lot of things going on, which sort of explains why I haven't been able to get videos out, but really there's no excuse for that. 1 video a week shouldn't be too hard, especially now that we're doing these podcasts where I can just sort of sit down and talk to you guys at like this long form. But definitely let me know if that's sort of your thing, if you think you're gonna be interested in the podcasts and actually listening to them, and if you would listen to them in the car. I really want to know about that. Like if you're gonna listen to them either while you're biking, which is something I do that I probably shouldn't do, but I do it. And if you'd be just listening to them on your commute to work or your commute to wherever, if you're commuting, if that's something that you would like to do, just let me know, because that's, you know, it'll give me a little more motivation to push this stuff out onto iTunes, which I hear is not even that hard, but yeah. So we're getting there. We'll get there soon. This one's just gonna go up on YouTube. I'm just recording this the night before. It's about 95 degrees here in Ann Arbor, so I am sweating like crazy right now, and I'm looking forward to getting out there into an air-conditioned room in just a second. But that's basically gonna do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching this very first episode of CoinCast, not CoinQuest, CoinCast. And that's what it's going to be for the rest of the summer. I really hope you guys enjoy this. Definitely going to be looking to hang out with some other people on this podcast and do some interviews like I used to do back in the fall. Those were super fun, and looking forward to that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and officially end it there. As always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin's Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next episode of CoinCast.